Welcome back to Lobotomy Corporation. I'm Grillmastah, and today we have Big Bird. Not the Sesame Street kind, but a much more terrifying kind. Big Bird is a gigantic bird holding a lantern. The armor and weapon of Big Bird are right here, equipped on this character. There's repression, which is low, insight, which is common, instinct, which is more often on a higher character high, and attachment, which is the best. With Big Bird, the quoth counter decreases the more the people are killed. The story of Big Bird. It is a bird with many eyes, wandering dark forest with a lamp that never falls dark. The creature will stare intently and then bite the head off anyone, no matter how young or old, it encounters. Instead of wings like a regular bird, the creature has long arms, with which it can pick stuff up. A small bird that looks like an eyeball always follows the creature around. There is the tail of a beast that lays in the deep, dark, empty forest that lures creatures. To protect all creatures from the large beast, Big Bird made a wick with all of its feathers. With that wick, it made a lamp that would burn forever. With the eternity-lit lamp, it wandered the forest, warning creatures not to go deep into the forest. Thanks to the Big Bird, the number of creatures that were attacked decreased. But still, the Big Bird felt bad for the creatures that died in the hands of the beast. Big Bird had a thought: if I kill creatures first, they won't be killed by the monster. After that, rumors flew around about a monster that would bite your head off. It is said that the monster stares victims carefully in order to see if they are the beast that lures creatures. This tale is from the town in location redacted area. It is an old folk tale from the town, and it was told by the town's oldest inhabitant. Redacted. Although there is general assumption that the tale was told to prevent kids from going into the forest, it is uncertain who started the tale. The tale was not a lie. We found Big Bird in the forest after all, and afterwards we looked for the beast that lures humans. We looked in every nook and every corner. A month later we concluded that there was no such thing as the beast, other than the Big Bird. The Abnormality is certainly unaware of the concept of death. Abnormalities in this company can be categorized into two. First, creatures that know what death is very well and will attack to kill. Second type of creature are aware of the concept of death, but does not have ill will in its attack. This abnormality is neither. To this creature, death is in itself salvation. If the creature ripped the head off a lost girl in the forest, it did not commit murder, it saved the girl from a monster. We can't do anything when the creature has its eyes open. It stares intently. When it continues to stare, omitted. So first we need to put it to sleep. When all the eyes fall asleep, we can start our work. Management Tips 1. Every time 5 employees died within the facility, the quoth counter decreased. However, it did not recognize the death of employees who were disposed of by execution bullets. When the work result was bad, quoth counter was reduced. When the work result was good, quoth counter was increased. Big Bird escaped from the containment unit regardless of the quoth counter when the situation became a level 2 emergency. There was a blackout in the department where escaped Big Bird was at. Employees from a department with a blackout may get enchanted by Big Bird. It seemed enchanted targets were very safe as they received less damage. However, after a certain amount of time passed, they moved to where Big Bird was and died from its attack. Enchanted employees were freed from the trance as soon as they were out of the department area that had the blackout. So as long as you get them out of whatever department Big Bird's in at the time, they'll be safe. The instinct is common, attachment is common, but as you saw, this is still technically higher. Insight is low, and repression is very low. The weapon actually increases with the 25% chance the amount of black damage that's received. So this weapon, in unison with some of the other weapons, is very good to have. The armor is also another one that doesn't have any negatives to it in my mind. I mean, the pale is still a little bit higher than it could be, but it's not too like a lot of other armors. The headpiece it gives, I almost said helmet, but that's what it looks like. HP plus 3, success plus 3, work result plus 3, and has a 6% chance. It is an escaped object, has a quoth counter of 5, and is weak to white damage. The way that it escapes more often than not is during any of the midnights, noons, stuff like that. Not really the first one as much. But when it does escape, it can be some problems. When Big Bird escapes, he shakes the lantern that he walks around with and puts a circle above somebody's head. Once he has a circle on their head, you can see he calls them to him like a zombie, and he proceeds to kill them in one hit. Doesn't matter the armor type or anything. If they have the circle on their head and he calls them to them, he will kill them in one hit. Right there. You can see they get a little dazed and then walk into his mouth. Brooke is dead. If the circle appears over somebody's head, you take that person and you get them out of the department. And that will remove the circle. You see this little clerk is being pulled into this guy's mouth right now. But by taking them out of the area that is affected, it removes the circle from their head. I hope this helps you along the way. And until next time.